Hi friends, this is Shavik, and today's topic is how a Scrum Master should remove impediments for the Scrum team. Well, I recollect an incident where I was participating in a quiz in an is one of the Agile conferences, and I was asked a true and false question that is Scrum Master responsible for removing impediments for the Scrum team? Yeah, I chose false, which apparently was incorrect. So the view that I was having is that the Scrum Master is not responsible for solving all the issues of the Scrum team, rather only those which are beyond the abilities of the Scrum team. Well, that makes me think to modify today's topic. Like, how about how a Scrum Master should remove impediments for the Scrum team, which the team cannot remove on their own? Yeah. So let us first understand what an impediment is. Uh, I see an impediment as anything that is stopping a Scrum team to progress towards their sprint goal. Impediments are abstract. This can be applicable to many things, right? Impediments can come in many forms and have many effects on a team. Some can simply slow down the team, and some can stop the team dead in their tracks. It's like a kind of a showstopper. Whatever the type of impediments is, what we should do, like as a Scrum Master, what we are supposed to do. So as a Scrum Master, I need to make sure that I am not the bottleneck of the team, right? If I need to resolve all the impediments, I could be a bottleneck because the team is dependent on me. I am creating a dependency around me that I am the only one who is going to resolve or mitigate any of the impediments that coming up. So that's why I must facilitate impediment removal. I should help the team and the organization to be able to identify and remove impediments, and empowering the rest of the development team, including the product owner, to solve the problem on their own. I will gladly extend my previous knowledge, or you can say my network, to help them in any way I can. So, yeah, but there can also be a chance that I take over sometimes, right? But in general, I would much rather have the team do it themselves, because it also moves the team closer to the stakeholders, it closer to the product owner or closer to the users, and stuffs like that. So instead of only me as a Scrum Master getting the knowledge and building the network, I'm helping my team to get that. So I'll say the idea here is that the person within the team who is most effective to resolve the impediment should take that up. It can be me as a Scrum Master, or a product owner, or a developer, right? Or the focus here should be towards removing the impediment ASAP, and towards the value creation. Yeah. So let me actually take an example. Yeah, it's very interesting. So suppose I have an experienced developer within my Scrum team, and who is having a great working relationship with the operation team. So now our team identified a technical impediment which need to be solved by the operation team. Now, if say if I'm taking the ownership of this impediment, it may take more time for me, as I may need to do back and forth to answer any of the technical questions asked by the operation team. I need to get back to my team, get the answer, and then follow it back with the operation team. So, and also, like, I may need to go through the proper channel to raise an incident ticket and then do a follow-up to get the issue resolved. But now, take a scenario: if this same impediment is owned by the developer, he can leverage his technical expertise as well as his working relationship with his operation team to get this resolved more quickly, right? So as a Scrum Master, I can take care of the process part of the raising an incident and etc. Maintaining the ticket in the board or anything like that. But the ownership of the impediment can be taken up by the person who is most effective within the team to get it resolved. Yeah, it makes sense, right? So one more thing, like the Scrum Guide. So this is the Scrum Guide. So the Scrum Guide says that typically Scrum Master remove the impediments, but for me it is much more important to make sure that some kind of facilitation around this happens. Normally people that who are actually new to Agile or new to Scrum, the organizations who are now getting transformed into Scrum, uh, they take the statement from Scrum Guide in a wrong sense. They treat Scrum Masters as a Scrum secretary, which is actually an anti-pattern. They think that having someone to do all the small things is nice, and it makes them more effective. Well, that's actually not true. It shouldn't be like a team member coming to me and saying, hey, Scrum Master, my pen is empty, can you get me a pen? Well, it doesn't work like that. So uh, let me tell you a quick story. This is from the pre-COVID times when we all used to go to office. So I had a developer who walked across the office to me one day, and it's also like he walked across around 20 cubicles away, because I was sitting with on my another team that at that point of time. So he came to me and say, "Hey, Shavik, my laptop is not getting connected to the network. Can you please raise a help desk ticket to me?" Okay, I said okay. uh, and he also said that I need to I need you to put the help desk ticket on me, because it's an impediment for me. I'm not able to do my work, the work that I've committed for the sprint. I'm not able to proceed with it. Okay, fine, fair enough. So I said, why you walked across the office when you have a person, a team member sitting next to you, and even he can raise the ticket for you? He said, because you are the Scrum Master and you remove impediments. Well, I said, I am the Scrum Master and I remove impediments that you can't remove on your own. Yeah. If you come to me and tell me that, yeah, there is a org level control that's put in place by the organization or some stage gate team, and that makes you go through unwanted approvals to move your code to production, and which is causing unnecessary delay, that's an impediment. I will work on that. I'll go to any extent to reach out to the teams which are preventing you from promoting your code to prod quickly. I can reach out to management. I can reach out to leadership team. I will try my best to make sure that this impediment is addressed and resolved, because this is a kind of impediment which is blocking us to deliver the value to our customer fast, right? And this is something where decision need to be made at org level. It's not like you want me to raise a help desk ticket. I'll definitely jump in it if it's beyond team's capability to solve, but not this. As a SM, my job is ensuring the effectiveness of the team. And sometimes there are impediments which are hanging on the Scrum board for some time. So one thing is there that letting an impediment linger for a long time doesn't feel effective to me. It's really not effective. So that's why the impediment beyond the team's ability or scope to solve must be taken up by Scrum Master. It may include partnering with the management or leadership team to get the job done, but some accountability is should lie with the Scrum Master. Yeah. So let me sum it up before I end my video. Scrum Master must empower teams to be self-managing, never undermine the self-organizing capabilities of a Scrum team. Considering every minor issue and impediment that needs to be resolved by the Scrum Master doesn't help that Scrum team to grow as a whole. And also in the long term, right? You want your team to get mature, get to that shuhari stage, or that norming, forming, storming, and performing stage. You want your team to reach to that performing stage. So stop spoon feeding them. Don't undermine the capabilities of the Scrum team. And it's all about continuously finding the right balance between preventing a fire and fighting a fire. Yep, that's all I wanted to share. Thanks for listening. Have a good day. Cheers.